Today we're talking all about landscape lighting. We're going to talk about the beauty, we're going to talk about the fixtures and the different types of things you can do with certain systems. And finally, we're going to talk about the maintenance of the system and why that's so important. And we are always super excited to talk about the cool things that we can do to bring an amazing project to life in your backyard. So let's get right into this, talking about the beauty of landscape lighting. Landscape lighting is something that can accent your property. It can add depth to different areas of your property. And it is something that is almost unbelievable that people will spend so much money to have a landscape install of plants, of retaining walls, and all kinds of other outside features, and then not have something to keep that looking beautiful all night long. So when it comes to lights and fixtures though, and different things you can do, there's such a massive range of what we can do. Starting with the basics, right? Your path light fixture and your uplight fixture, which is a spotlight to cast warm white light up things to give them depth, to give them beauty, to give them an aesthetic. With an uplight, with a spotlight, you can create wall washes, you can light up palm trees and other large fixtures, we can light up, give depth to your home, we can really accent the top of a tree canopy and add a whole new depth and beauty to so many things outside. But that's just some of the fixtures. There are well fixtures where we can be flush with the ground casting up. There are driveway fixtures that allow us to drill into concrete, pavers, whatever the material is, and put those on the edge of a driveway and wire those in. There are ledge light fixtures that allow us to put lighting on the tread of a step so it casts down to the next step to add safety and add just the visibility at night when you really want to be able to go down steps and not trip and fall. There are so many fixtures. The list goes on and on and on. There's pendant fixtures, which we could hang from trees. We've hung from different pergola fixtures to add a very cool aesthetic and an ambiance. So these fixtures add so many different things to a home. They add the light, they add the security, they add an ambiance, a feel, they add a whole brand new aesthetic to the home. Now, that's just some of the fixtures. And by all means, that's just some, because there are so many more you could do. And you can repurpose the ledge light that you might use for a step. You can also go and use this for retaining wall lighting and all other forms of ledge lighting or maybe under bar lighting. There's so many different options. And there's a lot of cool other under bar lighting that is low voltage LED. Now, from there, the powering systems, the transformers. There's transformers of all different sizes to power smaller systems, bigger systems, and these can be hidden if you don't want to see them on your home. We can put them inside of a garage. They don't need a dusk to dawn light. The timers that can control these are astronomical timers where it is set to your time zone and to change with the season, and we can make that go on and off at any different frequency, whether that be dusk to dawn, whether that be comes on an hour after it gets dark and then stays on for 3 hours. There is any sort of setting you want, we can adhere to that. Now, when it comes to the actual power itself coming from that transformer, where I said there's many different sizes, it is a robust tool that has a bunch of different variety in it as well. Meaning, you can have Wi-Fi transformers, you can have transformers that can dim fixtures. There's so many levels to all of this really, right? There's not just levels to lights, there's levels to transformers, there's levels to timers, and then there's systems that have the ability to change color on the whole system. There are systems that have the ability to change color from your phone and change individual bulbs. These all are going to have different price ranges. There's entry level, which is warm white. There is full color range, which is kind of king of the castle on price. Then there's just high-end specialty fixtures from manufacturers like WAC and some of the other brands out there that build the highest end, nicest pieces you can get. And so with this, we can accommodate so many different lighting needs, whether that be lighting up an area where people are going to have to get together, whether that is adding safety to an area in a walkway or warming up the entry of a home, or really just making sure your home stands out from all the other homes, because there is nothing more dramatic than pulling up to a home that is well lit and seeing that, wow, someone put some thought and some emphasis on the front of their home and how they will present at night to all of their neighbors and anybody that pulls up to their house. One of my favorite things on any lighting I've ever had on my house is it's made it easier for friends to find my house, because houses have it, but when it's well done, it is noticeable. And all you have to do is say, I've got the well light, I've got the I've got this lit on the front of my house. It's very distinct, and people find that very, very easy, even in the evening when an address may be hard to see. Other pro tip is you can light the address if the address isn't well lit on a house, on a stone feature, on whatever it is, with landscape lighting really well also. Now finally, the maintenance of landscape lights. This is one of the pieces that we are starting to see now kind of becomes the holy grail. When the landscape light system is installed well, you're gonna know what kind of output it's using, like what the system is kind of like, what's the load on the system. And that's something that if that's documented and then that's maintained, now when we come back and we maintenance, that's just one of the pieces, right? We can see if something's acting funny, if there's a problem in the system just by doing some tests. Also, the maintenance, there's so many little pieces, right? Fixtures, they are going to lean with time. Just like anything else, it needs maintenance. You don't make an investment in your vehicle and never change the oil. You don't buy a $10,000, $20,000, $30,000 outdoor lighting system and not maintain that system. So first things first, aiming the system and leveling any of the lights that are starting to lean. This might mean straightening a path light. This might mean pointing or readjusting a fixture on a pillar that's supposed to be creating a wall wash. This is huge. Cleaning the fixtures to make sure they still maintain their look, maintain their aesthetic. You don't get a bunch of buildup on them. We typically, in the harsh conditions, use a lot of brass fixtures because they hold up well, but wiping those down can still make those last even longer. From there, trimming things out of the way. Just like irrigation, shrubbery, different plants can block light, which ruins the aesthetic of your landscape lighting in general. Now, after we've tested the system, verified power output's the same, done all of those things, now we get to check and turn on the whole system and go and look at all the bulbs. First things first, you do have a great 5-year warranty on most bulbs from the beginning. But when you have a landscape light maintenance package, now we extend, if we've installed the system and you have the package, now we just warranty the bulbs forever. And this gives us the opportunity to make sure that everything is always working perfectly and you don't have a light out, you don't have some other situation, or you're losing this area that's not well lit anymore. And so we go through, we test all the bulbs. After we've cleaned the fixtures, aimed the fixtures, done everything else, and now we verified it is all working perfect and is set up, we go double check the times, double check batteries, double check everything so you don't have a problem. Now you know your investment is protected. You know if a little spot stopped working for whatever reason, someone was out doing some landscaping, someone was out, hit something with a mower, someone bumped something, you know it's gonna be checked, it's gonna be fixed, it's gonna be repaired, and everything on your property is going to always be looking its best. So that covers all the way from the beauty to some of the range of fixtures. I can't even start to explain to you the level of fixtures and how much there is from just the color range and dimmable and all these different things. But I gave you a good idea of some of the main ones that really can create a dramatic aesthetic on your home, all the way to the maintenance program that keeps those working perfect so you know day in, day out, all the time that your home is gonna stand above the rest in beauty at nighttime.